Hello everyone, this is the SPL trio. I'm Pulkit, and as always, I'm joined by my co-hosts Daniel and Michael. Michael, how's it going?
Going pretty good. Liverpool winning against Man City and a good score in FPL. I mean, who could dream of a bad weekend? How about you, Daniel?
It's going great as well. Yeah, right now we have a lot of game weeks coming up, so it's going to be some exciting times. And you, Pulkit, all good as well?
Yeah, all good. Like Michael said, Liverpool winning against Man City is a great achievement. And actually, we were quite good. Like, it's not like we got a lucky win. We were actually dominating the game and were good. So, excellent weekend. And I'd say before we start, I think we should give us a tap on the back because we have this short time period before the two deadlines, and we managed to squeeze in this field review and kept us going. So that's great for us.
Yes, that's right.
All right. Then let's start with the team review, game week 13 team review. And as always, we start with you, Daniel.
All right, let's get it. So, I mean, I had a mixed game week. I got a lot of returns. Just go through them. Ryan blanked. Arsenal 5-2 was a great game as an Arsenal fan, but it's a shame that he was gone. Gabriel with 9 points. He got a goal and he won a penalty. So finally, he's rewarding us patient owners. Nori blank. He got 0 points. Actually, Dalo finally a clean sheet. United are looking good. I think it was 4-0, right? The score. So that was great. And then across the midfield, everyone but the person I captain returned. Salah with 13, Palmer 14, and Bruno with 9. And within Burma, I mean, Pulkit, you know that too. You also captain Luisa. We had the analysis right. Pulkit, you did it. Brentford scored 4, right? 4 or 5. I think it was 4. 4, yeah.
Yeah.
But Burma blanked. Surprisingly, he got an assist with Duff as well, I think, rightfully so. But yeah, I still stand by that. And then the forward line, I was blanked throughout. So like I didn't even play within the squad. So Rogers came up with 2 points. I was actually on a green arrow before the Man City Liverpool game, but then Salah returns pushed me down because a lot of people like had captained him and yeah, I hadn't. So it was a super small red arrow. I think I was at like
Yeah.
2.4 before, and yeah, I mean liking my team. Obviously, the captaincy choice in hindsight wasn't the best, but yeah, excited for the weeks to come.
Yeah. Yeah. And regarding your red arrow, actually, while I was putting it as red, I thought he may need gray. It was so close because I think for you before it was 6.4 and now it's 2.72. So it's
Uh,
like doesn't matter even.
yeah, exactly. Before the Liverpool game, I was 2.4, and then I guess I rose to 2.7. So yeah, no, it was pretty close. I'm starting with the week. I mean, if I captain someone else, I would have gone in arrow, but again, it's been a good week.
Yeah, yeah. And as you mentioned, like the game, we predicted it to be the right one based on the expected goals and everything. It's
Yeah.
just that Mbumo. And I think we'll discuss about Mbumo when we get to my team as well, because I'm considering selling him. But let's get there. Let's
Yeah.
take a look at your bus team.
Yeah, so nothing major changed. I had the captaincy on Palmer versus Southampton. I think I'm gonna keep it there. But yeah, I brought in Rico Lewis for Dalot was playing Arsenal, and I also have Rogers on my bench as a third versus Brentford, who have had like such open games. I want to start him. I don't know how. Who I'm gonna start out? Maybe Mbemo, maybe Solanke. I mean, if he's still injured, I heard he had an illness, so it's gonna be tight. Sorry, it's gonna be uh, close. But yeah, I think eventually I'm gonna be starting Rogers, but I don't know for who. Also, I mean, Saka is a man in form right now. But if I want to get him in, I only have one transfer, and that would be taking a hit. I don't have like a direct. Honestly, I'm done getting Palmer or Salah. But next week, I'm probably gonna be doing it by probably upgrading Bruno or Bemo, and then downgrading and like one of the defenders. Dalo probably. I think I was looking at that. So yeah, that's my team for next game.
Yeah, looks good. Actually, I was, while preparing this, I was also seeing Rogers on your bench. And I think I would bench Solanke over Rogers because
Yeah.
Bournemouth away is a difficult fixture. Bournemouth at home has been doing quite well.
You're right. Yeah, maybe I'll end up doing that. But yeah, I mean, right now it's probably between Solanke, Vimo, or even Joe Pedro, right? Um, so I'm see. I have a full day to think about it. That's too soon, so I'll make it soon.
Yeah. And of course, you can monitor Solanke because if he was sick on the weekend, then because it's an early deadline, it could be that he's not available.
Exactly. Might still be there. So eventually it might not matter because he's gonna get Salah eventually, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, there's that.
All right, then. Yeah. Then let's go to your team, Michael.
Yep. So with my team over the weekend, there was a lot of good scores and a few bad ones there. So I was very lucky with Nottingham Forest, triple up with Cells, Aina, and Wood. They're all coming in pretty good, and Aina and Wood getting the 2 and 3 bonus points respectively, which was good to see. Then Ainori getting a 0, which I didn't expect that to happen. And I was fuming with Maizarui, where he came off in the 55th minute, and then Man United get a clean sheet. So I guess, Daniel, you got the right defender. But in my midfield, this is where it gets exciting. Palmer as my captain, I changed it very last minute from Salah, which was good. That extra 2 points there with captaincy. Salah scoring, I think, is what, third or fourth double in the last 4 weeks.
Then they're all, yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty good there. Like, I expected him to score a goal, but I didn't know if he was going to get 10 or more points. Bruno, even though he is not in that attacking threat in terms of goals, he seems to be the producer now. So he can be that differential where he gets 1-2 assists every game week, and that can creep up in the bonus points. In my forwards, Cunha, I think he's taking that curse along with him again this week. Most transferred in player. Over 1 million people transferred him, and he gets a 2, so it's very unlucky there. Watkins, I think that's expected that he wouldn't go good over the weekend, but have very good fixtures coming soon, so that's my team there.
Yeah, just to go on back on Salah, he had mentioned like his double digits. So just to get in his last 6, he got double digits 5 times, and the other time was 9 points. So he's been on a tear lately.
Yeah.
he's-
Basically, that's all 6 games, double digits, like basically.
Right. And also, Wood, I remember you were telling us you wanted to take a hit to get Pedro in instead of
Yeah.
So a good thing you did it.
I was very lucky I listened to you guys and not take a hit because, yeah, if I took a hit and he gets 9, yeah, I would have been even more fuming than the Mazraoui.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good. I think with captaincy, Salah, Palmer were anyways quite close, and both
Yeah.
of them most got similar points. So that's great.
Yeah.
All right, then let's look at your bus team, Michael.
So this is my bus team. It's very similar to last week, except for my 2 new transfer ins. So I bit the bullet just before the price rises, and I bought in Saka and Pedro, and I traded out Wood and Garnacho. So that's my transfers in and my defense. It's a bit of a mixed bag where Aina is being a differential, because I'm thinking that with Man City defense at the moment and Forest attack, he might get good attacking returns. So he will get a 5 or 6 pointer with 1 assist and possibly a bonus point. Then leave Davis in there because I don't think Mazraoui will go good against Arsenal, and Greaves hasn't been playing, so that's my bench. And my midfield and forwards are basically the same, except for those 2 transfers. Palmer is still my captain at the moment, but that might change to Salah just before deadline, but I don't know yet. And a good overall rank up. So now finally in the 1 million stage, hoping to get up even more in the next few weeks.
Good stuff. I think you're leading our mini league. Yeah, you are. So nice. I remember you started out like you had a tough few first game weeks, but yeah, great comeback.
Yeah, it was very tough that first few game weeks. I was hovering around 6.5, 7.5 for about a month and a bit. But just after the wild card, it just started clicking, and Cunha coming in, that made a lot of help because I got him just before everyone else got him. So that was a good extra points.
Good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And look, your team looks good. I'm just seeing Smith Rowe on your bench, and could be a great game for him. But I also don't see how you can fit him in.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, even though he has a home game, my midfield, they're all big hitters, getting minimum 8, 9, 10 points every game. And in the forwards, possibly Pedro, but again, he's with the Brighton team, especially now they're coming, I think, third or fourth. They're high on confidence. I can't at the moment take him off for Smith Rowe. It's been a hit and miss for me.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, João Pedro could return quite big. And I think you can't guarantee anything with either of them. So it's a bit of a coin toss. And your
Yeah.
midfield is, of course, that dream midfield at the moment for anyone. So that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just hope every 4 of them hits their points, and then I'll have a side by side with Daniel's person in Gameweek 2.
Yes. Looking forward to that.
All right, then. Yeah. Then let's go to my team. So, like in blank, my defense is in shambles pretty much. But thanks to Gabriel, like he was the only good defender I had this week. And he returned with a goal and an assist, which was great. And also something to point out with the bonus point system. Gabriel got a goal and assist and still no bonus. So that's how the bonus
But he
is.
only played 45 minutes. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that took.
Yeah, but like even if he played like 90 minutes because he conceded like 2 goals, I think it would have been still difficult because I remember in the Leicester game, it was against Arsenal, I think, where Justin scored 2 goals and still got no bonus. Defenders who are conceding nowadays, like earlier, we used to have this reasoning, oh, we don't keep the defender for clean sheets, but for their attacking. Now it's probably debatable. Like even if they get attacking returns, they won't get this huge score because they are going to hardly get bonus if they concede goals because of the -4 in the baseline bonus point system. So
Yeah.
something
So,
to think about there.
Gabriel, I'm looking at the bonus points for that game. Gabriel is 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth tied and like bonus points. So yeah, big.
Exactly. And basically, but at least with Arsenal, it's like they can also have clean sheets along with attacking returns. So that's a good thing about them. So Gabriel, I think we have always talked about him that he can get a goal in any game. So I think he's probably one of the most important defenders at the moment. Then at Nuri 0, Mikolenko -1. So Everton not really fulfilling my expectations of them. Lewis 1 pointer. It was against Liverpool, so I'm even happy with the blank for Lewis and Haaland as well. Palmer, Salah, and Mbumo in midfield. Visa captain. As Daniel you pointed out, we read the game well. I had been actually watching quite a few Brentford matches and saw how much like Visa was running behind the defenders. So I had quite a good expectation from him. And I basically saw that his floor was at least a goal, but his ceiling felt like a brace or a hat trick. He got that floor, so not a blank at least for the captain. But yeah, we'll see how I decide my captain in the future. Then it was anyways between Palmer, Salah, and Visa, and both Palmer, Salah getting these double digits kind of hurt a bit, but it's fine. Then Jao Pedro blank got him in this week for Raul Jimenez. So it's a fine transfer. Brighton have some decent games coming up. So let's see how it goes. Not a big red arrow despite the blanks and the defender blanks. I mean, this is how FPL is. Like you can have returns from different places. And now at least it's stabilizing a bit. I think now people are not jumping too much in the ranks. So now I need to sort my team as soon as possible because those big jumps would be a bit difficult now. Let's look at my bus team. Haven't made any transfers yet. Haaland is still in the team. Let's see how long I keep him. I don't have any like just one transfer here. So basically, if I take out Haaland, I'm pretty sure as soon as I take out Haaland, it would be for Saka, because Saka is the big hitter that I'm missing in the team. So I can do Haaland to maybe a Watkins because of his easy fixtures, and dribbling to Saka or Semenyo, mostly dribbling to Saka because Semenyo also has some good fixtures, and Bournemouth are doing quite well, especially at home. So I'll have to see. But then I am also quite fed up of Mbumo, as I was mentioning. He's playing too wide and has had, I think, one shot in last 335 minutes or so. So quite frustrated by him. I might take him out as well instead of Haaland this week, because Haaland doesn't necessarily have the worst fixture. Like Forest has been good defensively, but then we saw against Arsenal they can concede goals. So I'll have to think about it.
I have a few things to say, especially about Haaland. First of all, I think as of today, he's less than 50% on. As short example, stick to the majority don't have him anymore. And obviously, I'm for transferring Haaland out, but from game week 18 to game week 22, I can tell you his fixtures: Everton, Leicester, West Ham, Brentford, Ipswich.
Yeah.
That's great run. I'm not saying I'm going to be getting him back in, but if you're planning to get him back in after removing him now, I don't know if it's a good long-term or short-term transfer.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, if I get him out, I also mostly won't get him. It's just that I have to think, because now that I have held him through all the blanks and everything, it could be just a bias. He could still continue to blank and so on. But I just think a couple of fixtures, maybe I might still check him out if he can return. And we have seen in midweek, like Haaland can still return even though City is not performing. But City look like really, really bad. And that's the biggest concern. Like, it's not that Haaland is out of form. It's City, Pep, everyone is basically looking like they are going down this hole.
But we also spoke about this before. De Bruyne, he's not playing yet, right? I mean, last 3 games, he played 11, 16, and 16 minutes, and he's the creative mind of the team. So, again, we've said it before, once De Bruyne is back, Haaland probably will maybe start scoring goals again. But I don't know how long until that happens, right? He hasn't played more than 16 in the last 3 games. What's Pep waiting for? Why is he not playing him a bit more every game, to ramp him up? So I don't know what's going on, but I mean, Haaland could return back to form soon when De Bruyne is back.
Yeah, yeah. And basically, the only reason I have still held on to Haaland is because despite having hold on to Haaland, despite not having a Saka or a Cunha, who have basically exploded pretty much in the last few weeks, it's not like I'm going from 2 million to 4 million and then 5 million and so on. Like, mostly getting like 100,000, 200,000 red arrows. So if for example, I might go and captain Haaland maybe even this week, just because I have him, and to basically do some sort of a differential thing. But I think if I do this Haaland to maybe a Watkins or a Jackson and then get in Saka, I'm just converging to where everyone else is. So I don't like, it's more for enjoyment that I'm holding on to Haaland now at the moment rather than anything else.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, then anything else that we should discuss? By the way, because I think Mbumo has this tough run now, has hardly any shots on goal, and he's drifting wide quite a bit. Do you guys have any replacement suggestions? I know, Daniel, you are holding on to him, but if you would replace him, who would be your top replacement option?
Yeah, I'm holding on to him just because I can't transfer him out. I mean, I wanted to do like next week, like Mbuma and someone to Saka and someone, but it will break up my team. So that's why he's stuck on my team. But I think we spoke about it. And you were saying Mitoma is a great option, right? I mean, last two games, sorry, he got 10 and 9, and Brighton have a great run. So if you don't have, like, you do have Joao Pedro, but you can even double up maybe on Brighton, right?
Yeah, Michael, what do you think? Do you have any same Mitoma?
Mitoma is quite good. Two other differential picks could be Rashford or Ahmed from Man United, because Rashford scored 2 in looking at the last 2 games in the EPL under Amori, they seem to be favoring Ahmed's side rather than like where Dalot or Garnacho's playing. So that's possibly a differential pick there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not. Wow, like his last 3 games. First of all, he's only 5 million, and his last
Yeah.
3 games, 11, 8, and 6, and he got 4 returns. So,
Yeah.
but obviously, I think we spoke about the last week, but you end up with tough 3 fixtures now: Arsenal, Forest, and then City. But again, he's only 5 million, so he can be like a great long-term asset if he has to turn it around under Amorim.
And he might be able to be that sort of support player. So if you do want to get Haaland back in the future, then you don't need to trade him out. He's like bargain basement price already.
Yeah, but he hasn't scored. He got 4 assists in 3 games, but no goals. So if he starts
Yeah.
firing as well, like, he can be lethal and essential maybe eventually. He's only 4.3% on as well, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Right.
have the same concern with the United players, like the tougher pictures now. I think they have Arsenal, Forest, and Chelsea, and I think only Forest
No, and
is
City,
City.
even worse. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, I don't. City, if they
Yeah.
are they still? I mean, Chelsea's joined second in the table, so I mean they're both tough fixtures. But let's see if they can turn it around.
Yeah. And yeah, Mitoma is a great option. Actually, lot of people in the community are now talking about Bowen as well, because West Ham has quite a easy run now, like Leicester, Wolves, Bournemouth, Brighton, Southampton in the next 6, 5, 3. Would you guys consider someone from West Ham? Maybe Bowen, maybe Kudus. Kudus only because Leicester, as we saw in the week, left side all the shots, and Kudus is going to play there coming after a 5-game suspension.
Yeah, I saw you tweeted about that. But yeah, Bowen, surprisingly, he's the 10th highest midfielder in terms of points. So I mean, I'm looking at this, but no, it's a bit inconsistent. But yeah, as a differential pick, he's good. But if I would probably get, but no, never mind. He is paying Leicester and Wolves and then Brighton and Southampton. So no, he could be a good pick. I don't even know how much is Kudus.
So Kudus is 6.2.
It's until yeah.
But we have to basically think, like with West Ham, it's a bit tricky. Like I because I was myself looking at their games, and then I couldn't actually decide if West Ham versus Leicester is an easy game for West Ham or is it an easy game for actually.
Because West Ham is like up and down. Like they need their defense to be like solid for their attack to just go all out. Last year I got burnt a lot with Bowen and Pau Torres. Like they'll have 3 good run of games where they win, 3-1, 3-0, but then suddenly they have this 5 run of games where they just don't do anything. So yeah, Bowen sort of scarred me last season to want to go up again this season.
That's what's happening now. I mean, they beat Newcastle 2-0, and then they lost 5-2 to Arsenal. And before they beat United 2-1, and they lost 3-0 to Forest. So they are pretty consistent. So it's like a coin toss, right?
Yeah.
But that's it.
I mean, you may as well just get Smith Rowe again if you want someone sort of okay.
And how are fixtures also?
Not that great, actually.
Brighton, Arsenal, Liverpool, and then it's good. Southampton, Chelsea, Bournemouth, Ipswich, West Ham, Leicester.
Yeah. So I think after game week 17 or 16, they seem to have a good run where every 4 or 5 games is quite good.
Yeah, I agree. And I think Smith Rowe went down, is it? 5.6 now?
Yeah, he's still 5.7.
All right. Yeah, if he goes down, even better by then. Which is a possibility. Like, I mean, people might sell him when they see him blank against Arsenal and so on. And yeah, it could be good for that run, Smith Rowe. But yeah, big decisions for me to make, whether to sell Haaland or not, get in Saka for this week. By the way, Daniel, want just a bit of your opinion. How do you see this United Arsenal game going? Do you think United can withhold Arsenal attack?
Based on how they're playing, and because I'm biased, I'm gonna say no. Last 2 games we scored 10 goals, so obviously are a bit better than the other oppositions, but looks like as you said earlier, we're scoring for fun, right? So if you get the defender, I would suggest not to play him. Michael and I both benched ours, right?
Yeah, I benched him. Yeah, I put I9 in as a differential. I mean, yeah, like City has a good attack, but compared to Arsenal's recently, Arsenal is just heads and shoulders above the best attacking teams at the moment.
Yeah, because I might get Saka in even for a hit,
Yeah,
which is why I'm considering.
because I think at this point this season, everyone's selling Haaland, so everyone has that $3, $4, $5 million in the bank extra. So getting in the differential picks 3-4 weeks earlier is something that needs to be done now when everyone's going to be targeting everyone and anyone with that Haaland money.
One more thing, Pulkit, you had mentioned before you were looking at Odegaard. Is that still the case or not anymore? Because since he came back from injury, he got 7, 6, and 8 points. So he's been doing pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, for Arsenal, like the only reason I'm not strongly considering Arsenal is because I think United and Fulham are not that easy fixtures. But if my thinking changes, probably it would be Saka that I might target first, because he's doing so much better than any other player in Arsenal. So, and Odegaard I was considering for Mbumo if I don't, but long term I think I'd want Saka, and so then no point like going for this intermediate solution, just delaying things and then again breaking the team structure. Because for Odegaard also I'll have to take a hit. So why not then just get Saka?
Makes sense. I just, like, while you're talking, I try it for my team and I can remove his name, Bilmo, and put Odegaard just straight transfer. So that's an option. I might think about it tonight.
Yeah.
And then I'll keep Bruno as well because I was gonna do Bruno to Saka. Then if I downgrade, like I get Odegaard instead. Obviously not gonna Saka, but he still gets points. That's an option. So yeah, I'll have to think about that today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
All
also,
right.
Daniel,
Yeah.
got a question. Do you think Timber will be starting once once Ben White is back?
Yeah, but Ben White is out for a few months, so
Is he out until like January or February next year? Because I don't exactly know. But I might be getting Timber soon.
yeah, I think I remember Arteta did that said that he's
Yeah.
out for a few months. I'm trying to look it up right now.
I think he's out for 8 to 10 weeks. So even if he's just out for December, you get like 6, 7 games easily.
At least, yeah, that's a lot of game weeks.
Okay, because I might be getting him in 2 weeks' time, depending on my transfers and the price changes.
Yeah, it says he underwent knee surgery. I don't know if that's true. So yeah, no, Timber would be a good pick if you want to get him in. He's 5. Is he still 5'5"?
Yeah, he's still 5.5,
And
but very close to increasing, I think.
Yeah, he's the second. That was Saliba, second highest scoring defender for Arsenal after Gabriel.
That's good then.
Yeah, I don't see doesn't look like he's a big attacking threat. He got 1 assist this season, but I mean, he's 5.5 and he's an Arsenal defender, so
Yeah.
you can just get Terran.
All right, then. I guess we covered everything, reviewed our teams, and discussed some transfer plans. Thank you, everyone, for listening to us. Please take care and please like and subscribe.